Today we're taking a look at PDNob, a PDF editor for Windows and Mac, which has too many features for a single video. So I'm going to show you the main ones. If you find it interesting, I invite you to take a look at the description below. You'll find a link, you can download it and try it for yourself. Okay, the first thing we need to do, of course, is add some PDFs. You can do it using the Open PDF button that will allow you to choose a PDF anywhere on your computer. But because I already have them here, I'm just going to select them and drag some of them to the main window. And as you can see, they open in tabs here. We can close these tabs if we want to, because they are now all in this list here. So let's select one of them. I'm gonna select this one here. This is a draft of a white paper I'm writing about the timeline system. We'll be using it for the first part of the demonstrations, and then we'll move to some other types of PDFs, okay? From here, you can see that this menu at the top, it will change, the options will change depending on which one you select here. So let's start here from home. You can, for example, highlight a text. Let's choose yellow. I can do something like this. I can add, for example, stickers like this. And as you can see, there are other options here. Here at comment, I have some other options. Let's say I'm sharing this document with another person. I want some changes here. So let's say I can, for example, select this part of the document here and do something like this. Or I can add something like this, not approved. Okay. Can, of course, resize this, put it here, and so on. Edit has so many options. For example, you can obviously edit the text. We can select part of the text and, I don't know, include text here. Okay, but you can also do things like a watermark. You can add a file or a text. For example, let's do Vlad Campos. Then let's make this like transparent like that. 45 degrees. 50% relative to the page. Let's make it bigger. Something like that. Then you can select all pages, even pages, odd pages, etc. So let's save that. So you can do things like that. You can crop, create links. There's so many things that you can do here. And before we move to convert, I'm going to choose another PDF here. For example, this one here. So I think this is better because of the shape. You can convert this, let's say, to a PowerPoint. Here. Now we have a PPT file. Pretty cool. But you can do it in many other formats. As you can see here, there is Word, Excel. Let's do image. You can even select range here. Let's say 1, 2, 3. Down here, there are other options like, for example, the DPI. Let's put something like 600, confirm, convert. And here we have the images in JPEG format. Then, of course, you can rearrange things. Wouldn't be a PDF editor if we couldn't rearrange or delete parts. Let's say I don't want this one here. I'm going to delete this and rearrange things like this. You can even select multiple images and move all of them to a different position. But there are many options here. For example, let's say this was in a wrong orientation. We can do things like this, and now it's like this. Let's put it back to the original orientation. Okay, from protect, let's use that. Let's go back. We can do it on this one here, but let's go back to the timeline system. Oh, big mess. and I wanted to use this for the AI. We'll upload another one. So we can choose protect. And for example, I can click here to encrypt. I can set a open page password. Let's say 1, 2, 3, or set editing and page extraction password. This one here will be 4, 5, 6. And then we can encrypt the following. Let's do all of them here. Save. So now let's close this. Save. And now if we click here, the document outside PDNob, we need to add that password. This is the Mac PDF reader. We have to add the password to open that document. So now let's open another one. This one here, for example, PDNob manual. This is a very old style of PDFs. As you can see, the pages, they scan the pages. This is like an image. There is no way to select text here, but PDNob detected that and is asking us if we would like to perform a OCR. This is part of the Tools tab, but because it detected the type of PDF, it's already asking it here. You can of course click here as well. So let's do that. And there's two options here. Scan to editable text. We'll choose this one. But if you just want to search, you can select this one here. It's not going to be editable, but both will extract, create this kind of a layer of editable text or searchable text on top of the file. And you can do that on all pages, or you can select a group of pages, current pages, custom pages, and select the language. It is in English, so perform OCR. Depending on the size of the document, this is going to take a while. This one's going to take a while because there are 168 pages, so be patient. Now we have a second copy of that document. If you look at the tab here, this is the new one with the OCR at the end. This is the original one. And an important detail here is that you don't need to use PDNob to open this document with OCR. If we open it, for example, using the Mac PDF reader and go to a page here with text, now we can select the text here as well. Okay, but let's go back to PDNob. So this is also a good opportunity to show you the zoom feature. So let's go to a part with text here. Use a highlighter like this, and I can even ask things to AI. It's now readable, but let's go back here to edit. For example, I can insert new text here. Pretty cool, right? Or I can remove it. Let's not make a mess here. New text here. Okay. And talking about AI, that's the last thing I want to show you. And to do this, I'm gonna add a clean version of my white paper. I think it's better if we add a new one, a clean one, because that other one is now a mess. Okay, so we can click here, AI, and the document is here. I can click start. It will upload this to the PDNob cloud, and we can now use, and we'll be able to use AI to ask questions about this document. The first thing it does is a summary of the document. There is even some questions here. What are the key features of the timeline system? How does the timeline system improve Task Manager? Can you explain the significance of the information? I like this one, information container. Let's see. By the way, if you want to learn more about the timeline system, you'll find a link in the description below. Let me read this because I created the system. I wrote this document, so let's see if it's correct. Okay, it is correct. It took parts of the document and it created a summary with that information. What are the three states defined by, let's see this one. It should be an easy one, right? The three operation states contains our action, static, and timeline. Correct. Designed to use ongoing activity project. That's correct. Work in progress. This includes any items that are currently in progress or active within the user's workflow. Perfect. If this was helpful, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And if you want to try PDNob, check the links in the description below. Thank you so much for your time. See you soon.